Hello, this is Tony from Kate's Crafted Closet, and today I have you another card for my Christmas in July series. This is an easy wreath card that you can make, and you can have the kids, the grandkids, or church gatherings, or anything you want to do with this. This is an easy card. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started. So the first thing I did was, this is a top folding card using some 100-pound Neenah Desert Storm card stock. So we're going to go ahead and use that because it's just a one-layer card. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to go ahead and do before we get any bulk to our card is I'm going to go ahead and put this inside, and we're going to stamp our sentiment. I already have it in there. It is wishing you the joy of the season. It is a heroarts stamp set, and all the products that I use today I will link down below in the description box. So I'm going to take some Candy Apple Fun Stamper's Journey ink, and I'm going to go ahead and ink up my stamp set. Well, just my stamp, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure and check and see if we need to go second. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a second impression, just because it'll fade back a little bit into that brown cardstock, craft cardstock. Okay, we're done with our ink pad, so we can go ahead and put that away. We're done with our stamping tool and our stamps, and then we have that. So I just have a round acrylic block here. This is going to be my guideline that's going to help me make the wreath form. So I'm just going to take a pencil, and it doesn't matter how light or how heavy you do this because it's going to be all covered up anyway. So this is just, like I said, going to be my guideline to placing the pieces of paper. So today I'm going to use my glue sponge. I'm going to turn it upside down for 30 seconds or less, and then I'm going to show you the paper pad that I use. If I can find the paper pad, I will link it in the description box below. This is a paper pad I picked up at Tuesday morning called Jingle all the way, and we're going to use this green plaid. And then I have another paper pad that I use from Michael's. It's a Recollections paper pad. It's this green cardstock, and what I went ahead and did is I cut them down into 1-inch squares. So I just did 1-inch squares, right here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open up my glue sponge. I'm going to keep a microfiber cloth close by to me, just in case we get any oozing or anything like that. So I'm going to keep that right close by to me. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is, I'm going to alternate between the plaid, and I'm going to alternate in between the solid and the plaid. And I like this glue because you don't get a lot of oozing effect. Like when you put on regular glue, you get globs. This gives you even coverage. So that's what I like about the glue sponge. But I will let you know that it's not an instant grab glue, so you may have to hold it there for 5 to 10 seconds just so it grabs onto the paper. And I'm using the tips of the squares and lining them up onto the circle just to kind of give me a guideline so where I'm not all over the place. So we're just going to alternate between the plaid and the regular. And you can put as many or as little of the squares you want on here. It just depends on how much you want. And what I do sometimes, it's I use my block, my acrylic block, to press down because I get more coverage quicker, and I just apply a little bit of pressure. And what you can do is, I actually did this last time when I did the card, is I put 2 pieces in there at a time, so I speed up the process a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab the next one, and then I'll grab the next one. Yeah, I heard about this glue sponge at Creativation from one of my fellow crafty peeps who was there, and we just got super excited about when this coming out. So I was glad that I purchased it, because it's I just think that it's really good for small pieces. I will say not great for large pieces, because you have the sponge, and I don't want to take the sponge out because then it becomes a little bit more messy. Now, is it a little bit messy? Yeah, but you have to realize that it's not like Not like the art glitter glue where it's like super strong and super sticky. It's not. Like, you will get buildup on your fingers if you use a lot, but I would say, you know, if you don't want to touch it, use something to hold the pieces of paper if you want to. But like I said, I like it because you don't get that ooziness out of that. Because I tried on the first card, I did go ahead and use my art glitter glue, and because, you know, you get the blob of it comes out on there, that I was getting a lot of it squeezing out onto the cardstock, so I was having to clean it up. So this way, I find with the glue sponge, this works ideal in this situation. And so you just turn it upside down for a minute or so if you feel like the glue is not at the top, because it does settle in the inside of that. But I can say I overall like this. It's like I can't use it for every project. I tell you that. It's like, it's not an everyday project thing to use, but I will have to say it does what it's supposed to do, and it is acid free, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. It's a PVC glue. So, but yeah, like I said, I will link this description. I will link this product as well in the description box below. And like, this is the most tedious part of this card, is just, you know, cutting out the squares, applying the squares. Other than that, it's super simple, super easy. The kids, great project for the kids. And this is, just a great fun, easy, you know, Sunday after dinner, Sunday family time. You know, one of the things I love to do with my family was Fridays was always family night. We made stuff together, and we made a lot of stuff. And I'm not too concerned being perfect when it comes down to this top part, because we're going to be adding a bow to that anyway. But I'm gonna want to cover this area, because you still will be able to, you know, see it. So this is going to be our last square that we have to put. I'm just going to go ahead and apply pressure, and I'm going to put the lid back on my glue sponge. Okay, here we go, and that's just perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and add some of these little gems that I picked up at the expo. These are awesome. I really do like them. I'm going to pick up some more next week. So, and then I'm going to go 3 of them is good. Perfect. All right. So I went ahead and made a bow beforehand using some plaid ribbon that I had got from Joann's last year. And I will do art glitter glue on this, just because it grabs quicker and it dries really quickly, and it grabs really quick. So, but you can put down some tape or hot glue, depends on, you know, your adhesive of choice. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab that acrylic block again, and I'm going to hold it there just to give it a time to grab onto that cardstock. All right, and it's probably not 100% done, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and do a little trimming of our ribbon. Okay, and then we're going to try to maneuver that tail kind of over there to mimic the other side. And this completes our card for today. Like, how super simple and super quick and super easy was that. And you can use any pattern paper, any kind of paper you want. You can do a white wreath, you can do any kind of color you want, anything you want. The possibilities are endless. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and when the notification bell comes up, you want to go ahead and hit that, so each and every time I upload a video, YouTube will send you a notification. And like I said, check out my social media down below: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook group that I have, Facebook page as well. So I thank you again for joining me, and you all have a craft today, y'all.